with a
mark minus 1 minute.
So we are less than a minute now. We have a total launch window of around 10 minutes.
Minus 55 seconds.
All shots are armed.
Minus 50 seconds.
All sequences are armed.
So minus 50 seconds.
Minus 45 seconds. Minus 40 seconds.
So minus 40 seconds for launch.
Minus 35 seconds. Minus 30 seconds.
So we are in the last 30
PS1
seconds.
ignition key lock enabled. Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds.
PS2 VSPPs are opened.
So minus
20
seconds.
seconds. Minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5,
So
plus 6,
PSLV lift
plus
off.
7,
Lift off
plus
normal.
8, plus 9,
PSLV
plus
lift
10
off
seconds.
normal with the ignition of the solid core booster and the 4 solid strap-ons.
Plus 20 seconds.
So 20 seconds into the
First
flight.
stage performance normal.
Plus
First
25
stage
seconds.
performance has been declared as normal. The air lead strap-on has been successfully ignited at 25 seconds. So 40 seconds into
First
the
stage
flight.
performance normal.
So at 70 seconds you will have the separation of the ground lead strap-ons, where the vehicle altitude would be roughly around 24 kilometers.
Plus 1 minute.
So we're already 60 seconds. The performance of the first stage,
Ground lead
yes,
strap-on
ground lead
separated.
strap-on has been successfully separated at 70 seconds. The next important event will be the separation of the
change route
air
SCBT
lead
1.
strap-on at 92 seconds. The performance of the first stage has been normal.
Air lead strap-on
Air
separated.
lead strap-on has been successfully separated in 92 seconds. And as far as the altitude of the vehicle is concerned, it's an altitude of around 51 kilometers and the velocity is around 2.01 kilometer per second. The first stage of the rocket has been successfully separated
First stage
at 109
separated.
seconds,
Second stage
and the second
ignited.
stage has been successfully ignited at 109
Plus
seconds.
2 minutes.
So just waiting for the announcement from the range operation director for the nominal performance of the second stage.
Second stage performance normal.
Yes, second stage performance is normal. And during the second stage of flight, the closed loop guidance has been, algorithm has been initiated. Right now we are at 145 seconds. Exactly at the 203 seconds when the vehicle reaches an altitude of 115 kilometers, you will have the announcement for separation of the payload fairing. The time is at 160 seconds, velocity 2.6
Second stage performance normal.
kilometer per second, and the range the vehicle has traveled is around 205 kilometers now. So second stage performance is normal. जैसा कि हमने कहा अभी PSLV का पहला चरण सफलतापूर्वक जलकर सेकेंड स्टेज से अलग कर दिया गया है और जहां तक परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द फर्स्ट स्टेज एंड सेकेंड स्टेज इज कंसर्न्ड इट हैज बीन nominal performance. So 195 seconds into the flight, altitude of around 115 kilometers, very close to the announcement for the payload fairing separation. As for the nominal timing, at 203 seconds, we should have the separation of the payload fairing. Time is 224 seconds.
Second stage performance normal.
Second stage performance is normal.
What they tracking the vehicle in main auto?
Plus 4 minutes.
So 240 seconds into the flight, the velocity is around 4.33 kilometer per second. Altitude is 131 kilometers. The second stage cutoff is expected at 260 seconds, when the vehicle would have been at an altitude of 134 kilometers.
Second stage engine shut off.
Second stage has
Third
been
stage
successfully
ignited.
separated at 263 seconds, and the third stage has been ignited at 264 seconds. So velocity of the
Third
vehicle,
stage performance normal.
the third stage performance is normal. The velocity is around 5 kilometers, and the vehicle has crossed a range of almost 658 kilometers. The third stage of the rocket, which is the PS3 stage, will burn for nearly 120 seconds. After its burnout, the
Plus
vehicle
5
will
minutes.
continue to progress
Third stage
further
performance normal.
before the fourth stage gets ignited after 230 seconds. So there will be a coasting time of around 230 seconds between the third stage burnout and the fourth stage. So we just heard the announcement, the PS3 performance is normal. So at 329 seconds,
Third stage performance normal.
third stage performance has been declared as nominal. So 348 seconds. As per the nominal timing, the PS3 burnout should happen at 385 seconds. The vehicle is at an altitude
Plus
of
6
around
minutes.
130.
Third stage performance normal.
So third stage performance normal. The vehicle is an altitude of around 138.5 kilometers. Another 15 seconds to go before we hear the announcement for the
Third stage action completed. Vehicle in coasting phase.
So third stage burnout, and the vehicle is burnt out, and the vehicle is going through the coasting phase right now. And as far as the ignition of the fourth stage is concerned, it should happen at 616 seconds. The time right now is 400 seconds, and the velocity is around 7 kilometers. An altitude of around 142 kilometers. So right now the vehicle is going through the coasting phase
Vehicle
of activities.
coasting normal.
So 400, another 200 seconds before we
Plus 7
have the
minutes.
ignition of the fourth stage. The view of the ground trace, where the mission control center here. The time versus altitude plot and the velocity plot that is depicted on the screen. This is the ground trace that is shown, where we have a very close match of the pre-flight prediction of the ground trace versus the flight conditions. And as far as the time versus altitude is concerned, a very close match with respect to the performance of the pre-flight. So we are going through the coasting phase between the third and fourth stage.
Plus 8 minutes.
Vehicle in coasting phase.
Vehicle is presently going through the coasting phase. 490 seconds. And as per the planned timing, the PS4 ignition should happen at 617 seconds, when the vehicle would have reached an altitude of around 187. As far as the PS4 region is concerned, the PS4 burning is for nearly 500 plus seconds. And after the PS4 ignition, you will have the burnout of PS4 stage at around 1128 seconds. PS4 engine has been ignited.
9 minutes.
At 530.4 seconds.
PS4 engine started.
PS4 engine ignition has been ignited. The time right now is 575 seconds and the vehicle has reached a velocity of around 7.15 kilometer per second, the range of around 2,600 kilometers. The altitude is around 152 kilometers and the range is nearly 2,670 kilometers. So 625 seconds into the flight. The velocity is around 7.2. The vehicle has attained an altitude of 155 kilometers now. We're just awaiting the announcement from the range operation director to confirm of the performance on the fourth stage. So almost 200 seconds into the flight of the PS4 stage, so 694 seconds. The altitude is steadily rising to 163 kilometers and the velocity is 7.44 kilometers per second. As far as the PS4 burnout is concerned, to reach an orbit of around 284 kilometer perigee and 20,600 kilometer apogee, we would require a velocity of nearly 9.6 kilometer per second. So right now we are at 7.5 kilometer per second velocity. Time is 727 seconds. So we're into the fourth stage flight. Velocity has reached around 7.6 kilometer. The view of the range operation director. So there has been a variation in the performance from the pre-flight prediction as of now. But for the final performance, we'll await the announcement from the range operation director. But if you look at the display plot of the time versus altitude and the velocity, we have the time instant of almost 800 seconds that has been reached. And the velocity is 7.7 kilometer per second. So right now the vehicle has attained an orbital velocity where we have a perigee of around 130 and apogee of around 1900 right now. Time is 834 seconds. 7.8 kilometer per second. Another 2 kilometer per second velocity is expected in the next 200 to 300 seconds burning of PS4 stage. So view of the ground trace. And as you can see on your screen, the time at 8:63, we have the perigee of 140 kilometer that is attained and an apogee of around 2,600 kilometers. The velocity that will be required to reach the final destined orbit will be 9.7 kilometer per second.
We have acquired the signal.
So nearly
Plus 15 minutes.
900 seconds. Velocity of just 8 kilometer per second right now, and altitude is around 232 kilometers. As far as the nominal altitude at the PS4 cutoff is
We
concerned,
have acquired the satellite signal.
it should be around 455 kilometers, and the time at that instant will be 1,128 seconds. So another 200 seconds before we have the PS4 burnout. Now I'm waiting for the final clearance from the range operation director in terms of the performance and the remaining time. So 980 seconds. As far as the perigee and apogee is concerned, they are lower than the predefined number at this instant of time. So almost 1,000 seconds into the flight right now. Thousand 25 seconds. The velocity is around 8.3 kilometer per second.
Yak 1 and 2 tracking the vehicle in Minato.
So second stage just awaiting the confirmation from the range operation director. So PS4 shutoff command has been issued at 1,039 seconds, and as per the display screen on the flight events, IRNSS-1H satellite separation command has been issued as 1,076 seconds. So we are waiting for the announcement from the range operation director. As you can see on your screen, the perigee apogee is around 167 by 6,554 kilometers. The time as is shown on your screen is 1185 seconds. So we'll come back to you once we have the formal announcement from the Range Operation Director. So Chairman is on your screen. Just waiting for the announcement from the Range Operation Director here at this juncture.
This is the Range Operations Director. During the flight, heat shield is not separated. Further analysis will be carried out subsequently.
So we just heard the announcement from the Range Operation Director that as the heat shield has not been separated, further analysis will be carried out at a later point of time. So we take you back to the mission control.